Hi, everyone. Welcome back to We Listen and We Judge.
Hi, how are you guys doing? So today we're talking about social media.
It should be fun.
Yes, so I wanted to bring this up because I do indulge in social media. I see nothing wrong with it. However, I do think it is causing people to become socially recluse in real life. And there's other things that I want to go in about, but I will just say, from one, I do use social media, so I don't want to be hypocritical. I might overuse it. I'm a big fan of TikTok. Facebook is okay. Usually I just use it to promote the show and what we got going on now. Instagram is cool as well, but my favorite one is the infamous, notorious Twitter. It used to be really fun back in the day. You just laugh and giggle and, tweet all your friends and joke about things. And I definitely still enjoy Twitter, but I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. And that's because people just get really toxic. You can't really disagree anymore without somebody cussing you out, calling you all kind of B's and O's and cussing your mama, saying you're broke, you're this, you're that. Like it just gets really rancid on Twitter sometimes. Everybody's angry, everybody's mad, everything's going through something. People want at one time become a preacher, then they're social justice warriors. No, and I like activism. Don't get me wrong. But what is weird to me is we are all having cell phones. We all know that the resources that we get from these cell phones are the resources they use to make these cell phones are a detriment to a specific people, country. It puts them in a bad position because they have to dig cobalt. I believe that's the name of the element. I might have mispronounced it, but either way, we all know it. So you cannot be on your phone tweeting about how people don't care about the environment, this and that, when you know the resources used to make a phone are a detriment to somebody else. So we all, in a way, don't care as much as we say we do. You see what I'm saying? I think it's okay to care about things, but I think it's not okay to be hypocritical. I don't think it's okay to be angry. And I feel like the more I get older, I realize ignorance is bliss. Whoever said that, you ate. That was one of the best phrases he could have came up with because in reality, there's so many. If we sit here and think about so many things that's wrong with the world, we probably all would be suicidal and super depressed. At the end of the day, we want to come and live our life and be happy. Happiness and joy. Everybody does not get that same, you know, privilege. And we want to do as much for those who don't so we can get them in a better place. But we also don't want to get in the head that nobody should experience happiness. I'll never forget that tweet where the lady was like she loves going to her garden and drinking coffee. People went in on her just for saying she loves to go to her garden and drink coffee with her husband. Like some people don't have a garden, some people don't have a husband, some people don't have coffee. Like, what is she supposed to do about that? What are you doing about that? Like, what are you doing to get people a garden and get people coffee? Nothing. All you're doing is crying and tweeting. So that's where I am. I know I sound like I'm ranting, and I probably am, but it is it is infuriating to see how angry people are. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'm angry too. Let me get off. So I'll let you.
That was quite a rant. I'm probably not the person to talk about social media. I don't know. My family, we're a bit different when it comes to our take on social media. And my siblings, even more so than me, um they don't post a whole lot.
Mhm.
Some sometimes they're not they don't even see a whole lot.
Right.
And I pick and choose. So like I stay on there long enough to tell somebody happy anniversary and happy birthday and
Mhm.
congratulations. But as far as all the other things, I'm kind of good on that. Some of the things it seems like are made up anyway, like
Right.
with AI and photoshopping and all the things. You really can't even trust what you see on there.
Your
Like
generation loves AI too much. That's also killing the planet. I need y'all to
my
stop doing it.
generation.
Yes, the 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60. Like, no shade to anybody, but stop. You don't look like that, and you don't need to look like that.
Oh, anyway, I was like, "What are we talking about?"
Yes,
But,
on Facebook, those pictures, like, it's crazy. You look
anyway,
ridiculous.
as I was saying, my, family unit, we're just not huge on social media. Um, we would post vacations and things like that every now and then, but we've gotten to the point where we go a lot of places and we don't post and we don't even share our photos anymore, as not as much.
Mhm,
For everyone that we do show, there's like 7 places we've been that we don't show because,
mhm.
I don't know. It just leads to a whole lot of people screenshotting your post to send to a group chat somewhere to have conversation about it. And not that you really even care, because I mean, if you cared, you wouldn't put it up there in the first place. But my life, your entertainment,
Yeah,
watch me while I live it. No, I just want to live it. And so, just kind of toning down Facebook use, social media use. Um, I do like TikTok.
yeah, I should say, you're a
'Cause
watcher.
I like yeah, I'm a watcher.
Yeah,
I like
I didn't
the
even know half those Beyonce conspiracy theories that
but I
you
just think,
knew. And I was like, I'm a big social person, and that never came on my For You page.
just the human psychology of it all is what's more funny than anything, like how people think and why they're so outraged about things,
Mhm,
and that's another thing, like social media breeds a lot of outrage
right.
for some reason.
Mhm.
But I mean, it goes back to a lot of things I've said on the pod before. Comparison is the thief of joy. And if you're constantly watching somebody else's life, constantly comparing, and like you said, the lady can't even have a garden without everybody
Our
coming
coffee, our husband, like
without everybody coming after her. Like, why does it matter?
like, why this lady out of everybody? Like, you ain't never seen no lady with coffee, garden, and a husband. One of my favorite videos is the lady that's like, and then her husband making the layup in the background. Like, that's one of my favorite videos because I'm like, you know what? I would like that too. Like, be in the garden just dancing.
And then I think just being able to say any old thing and post any old thing,
Hmm.
just recently, even with, and in this Black History Month,
Right.
and as important as this month is, that post about the Obamas, I mean, just atrocious. Like, I just feel like there's so many people in positions in higher office, and they say anything on social media, they post anything, and the pictures and the what do you call it? The memes of
Right.
others.
Gifts, means,
Yeah, the
yeah.
gifts and the memes are just downright rude and
Deplorable.
disrespectful. Yeah. And I don't know. There's so much more to life than what's going on social media.
Mhm.
And I know it's a tool and it's a way to get information out and it's a way to socialize with people that you may not see. And I'm not trying to beat it down as that because it is a good tool
Right.
if used correctly. But it's just so not used correctly.
It's like for good and for evil, and
Right.
then for just like being a normal human being.
Right.
Yeah.
And if that takes away your moral compass in any way, log off, like,
Right.
or scroll past. Like, you don't have to
President Trump,
engage. You
this is
don't.
for you.
And we'll get somebody in the comments on YouTube saying Trump's gonna get y'all. Okay.
Okay. He need to go get the president of Venezuela and give him back. Like, he need to do a lot of stuff.
But yeah, just the decorum.
For kids.
There's a reason for decorum. There's a reason for
Cool.
cool, yeah, rules of the house, like ways,
Class.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so I just feel like they should get lost just because you're behind a computer or a phone or
Right.
whatever. So if you wouldn't say it to somebody's face,
Mhm.
and I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've had mouth trouble all my life, so please understand that everything I say on social media, I would actually say aloud. But a lot of people jump really bad behind a phone screen. Things they would never say in front of anybody. In fact, like, do you actually have anybody in your life? That is my question sometimes because you can also tell by people's reactions, the way that they go. Like, I know, like, sometimes it seems like I say therapy is always the answer, but in reality, when people go like super left, cussing everybody out, really mad about like one little thing, you want people to die over a tweet, it is time to go talk to somebody. It doesn't have to be a therapist, but you might want to talk to a therapist and you might want to do it now. I never felt like, even in the worst of it, that somebody should die over a tweet, a post. I mean, even the most disgusting, racist, homophobic, pedophilic things in the world, abusive, all that stuff. I don't feel like people should die for tweets. But they really be on there, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. And we are at the age where, well, we're in the age of our lives where people are more suicidal than before. A lot of the youth are very suicidal, very impressionable. We have to be very careful about what we're saying and who we're saying it to. A lot of these children are posing as adults on social media. You really don't know who you're talking to, what age they are, et cetera, et cetera. So just be careful about what you're saying and what you're platforming as well, especially those who are in professional careers. Like, that's something I had to realize, like, okay, I can't be doing all this because now I'm in a career. I had to assess some things and just clean it up. I'm like I said, I'm a poster. I'll post like my vacations. Now, I also have done where I don't really post as much. Like, I'm not sharing every single thing, or I might do it later and just do one video for the whole year. But I do enjoy it, and I do think like so many people have gotten platforms where they literally changed their lives and made money off of that. So I'm like, hey, why not try it? I go on nice vacations. I've traveled. I've done luxury travel. I've done adventure travel. I've done family travel, solo, all those things. So why not try it? I don't see anything wrong with it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna like fake content either. I'm not gonna AI it. I'm not gonna go places just so I can have something to post either. Like, there's lots of places that are very popular and everybody's talking about. I'm not just gonna go there just to get a video. That's just not what I'm gonna do. But I do enjoy making content, and I think, like, it's fun and it shows the adventure, and I kinda feel like I'm making a little movie of my life and picking the perfect song to go with it, like my soundtrack. So that's what I enjoy about it. That's what I do like. So
Like I said, there are some perks to almost everything, and
mhm.
usually the downside is what causes people to not want to engage in something.
Right.
And sometimes you forget about the good things
Mhm.
because there's so much out there that is negative.
Right.
Um, and I do like Instagram too. I do want to say that.
Yeah, I like the
I
pictures.
like
Yeah.
pictures. And even though I don't like to post a lot of pictures myself, I do
Mhm.
like pictures.
Right.
Um, but the long think pieces and rants and stuff, I'm kind of okay on those. I do hear a lot of conspiracy theories because it's so funny because when we talked about conspiracy theories, I didn't really believe in them,
Yeah.
which I still really don't.
Right.
But it's just, I think because of the way I feel about them, I keep continuing to see them. And so
Right.
Brandy laughs about how do I even know all of that? And I'm like, it's on TikTok. Like they're going on and on and on about this, and they
Yeah.
don't have half of a clue as to what they're talking about.
Right, because
But
a lot of people get too deep. Like, you don't know Beyonce and you don't know Jay-Z. You don't actually know them. And the people that do know them don't really say much. It's not that they could be horrible people, or they could be angels, or they could just be normal human beings that happen to got famous and have a lot of money. It's your choice to believe what you want to believe, but a lot of the things are not logical in my head.
they're not logical. And
Yeah.
then the amount of energy that's spent
Yeah.
arguing with people you don't know back and forth about it. Like,
Right.
it's amazing. It's entertaining. And one thing that we just saw on Instagram this week, there was a couple getting married, and it was probably about 7 or 8 bridesmaids, and they were weaving in and out of the groomsmen, and then you would see a baby on the side sleep, and everybody just kind of exhausted because it took a long time. You never even saw the bride come. We love to laugh about things like that, but then that's somebody else's life becoming my entertainment. So
Yeah.
it does make me sound a little bit hypocritical because I'm not trying to make my life your entertainment,
Yeah.
but somebody else's life is becoming mine.
But
But
most time, those people want to be your entertainment. Now, it doesn't mean they want to be clowned, but a lot of people post things in hopes that they go viral, whether they're good or
yeah,
bad. here's
And it did go viral. But it was hilarious. I mean, I'm like the baby, I'd be asleep too. And then I tell my sisters I'm flying Delta to the comments just and they didn't disappoint.
Yeah. My people that I hate the most on social media that I want to talk, my top five divestors. It's okay if you date a white man. It's okay if you date an Asian man. It's okay if you date a man of a different race. But my sisters in Christ, you are not having a better life just because you dated somebody outside of your race. You could probably still have that life with somebody inside of your race. If you're going to have a good life, you're going to have a good life. Who you date and who you marry does matter. But just because you got a white man does not mean white men are better. Just because you get an Asian man do not mean white Asian men are good better. Your man might be better than the next, but that is about his character and not his race. I have to whisper it to y'all because y'all don't get it. Hopefully you get it one day. Thank you. 2,
Not a
yes, passport bros.
Okay.
Same thing. Just because that lady is of another race, don't mean she's a good person because of her race. That's just who she is. You happen to get a good one. If you got another one, she might be bad. Race does not define who a person is. Thank you. Stance. You don't know those people.
Did you
If
say
you
stands?
stance, this is a term coined by Eminem, Dear Stan, where the fan
I
was
remember
sober
that.
obsessed.
Oh,
Yes,
uh-huh.
they're called stans now. You don't know those people. Those people don't know you. You put more energy in somebody else's career who's almost already famous, already has all the money than you put in your own career. Some of y'all right now, your mama wants you to go half on the rent and you can't because you on the internet defending somebody else. Get a job, get a life. Touch grass. Number 4, if you don't want people to talk bad about your husband, stop posting the bad stuff about your husband. You're an idiot. You are an idiot. And number
Of course.
5, we all don't need to know you're ignorant. We all don't need to know you're stupid. We grew up with you. We know you're ignorant and we know you're stupid. But the rest of the world don't have to know that. And you don't have to scream it to the world. You know who you are. And that's my top
Okay.
5.
With that being said, I don't have anything to follow that. The one thing I will say about social media is I came from a generation where we didn't have cell phones and we used to remember house numbers. And some of
Mhm.
my childhood friends, I still remember their telephone number and the telephone number of the house that we grew up.
Yeah.
And we talk on the phone and then we say, we're going to meet halfway, or I'm going to walk to your house. And then we'd walk each other halfway back. Just back in the day.
Mhm.
But we didn't have social media. And so we didn't know what was going on outside of what we had going on. And the way you started knowing what was going on outside of what you had going on was once you get to college and you meet new people there. And once you get in circles where your kids are playing sports and you learn what people are doing there and you meet people then. I I wouldn't say that's ignorance is bliss, because I mean, it sounds like it could be, but, ignorance is a pain for those who are not being blissful by the ignorance. But anyway,
Amen.
not knowing who died right away and, the drama some family member is having and just not knowing those things right away,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was a good thing.
Honorable
But
mention baby daddies and baby mamas who beefing.
yeah, it gets stressful if you get caught up in social media life. So you have to kinda take it for what it is. Um, it's a way to be a responsible social media
Right.
person. I say that. Like I refuse to get on another platform too. Like, I think they have Threads and Lemon and
Yeah.
all those things. Like, I just refuse to do it.
Stop sending it. We're not going.
Yeah, it was a long time before I even got on TikTok, but
Same.
I found TikTok to just kinda be funny,
Mhm.
and just I don't know, I just find it amusing. But, I do less and less of Facebook because it's just kinda filled with a lot of drama, and I didn't like a lot of drama when I wasn't on social media, so I don't know why I would go online for drama, like,
Right.
so I try to steer away from that, and my timeline generally does not show me a lot of drama.
Right. Same.
Because I think it just knows I'm just gonna scroll past, like, I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna do it. So,
Yeah.
um, that's my feel about social media. Take it for what you want to. Like, if you don't wanna forget a person that you care about's birthday or a friend's, event that they have coming up or something great that happened in their kid's life, I say that's what I like to use it for.
Mhm.
But as far as arguing with people on the internet, listen, I disagree with a lot of y'all about a lot of stuff. But I am not going back and forth with you on Al Gore's internet. I'm just not going to do it. I say that because Al Gore said he created the internet, but whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. That's time consuming. And if I wouldn't debate like that with you, if we were in passing at the Bilo or the Food Line, then I'm definitely not gonna do it on social media. It's just time that you can't ever get back. And now that I think my time is more valuable than everybody else's, but it's valuable to me. And how I use it is real important to me. So I'm not getting on additional platforms. So
Mhm.
the ones I'm on right now is enough. I barely go on X even. Um, I just don't get Twitter or X or whatever it is. So I mean I have a Twitter account, but I don't really use it. And then let's see, I have Facebook, like I said, and I'm doing that a little less and less because kind
Mhm.
of tired of it, to be honest. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
be honest. Like the people that I am friends with in real life, that I'm friends with on Facebook, I do try to use it to like stay connected to them. But as far as just like what everybody else got going on, I mean, I love y'all, but I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I finally decided to, that it's just too much. It's a lot going on in our families. It's a lot going on with our friends. So to have to compartmentalize what to do with all this extra information,
For people you don't really
for people you don't
know.
even really know, it's a lot. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
I don't understand random people from surrounding counties, like, adding me on Facebook, like, I don't really know you like that, and a lot of time they say really ignorant things, so I end up unfriending them anyway, so
and I would love, even I told Brandy this, I've said it several times. I would love for us to be able to promote our conversations without even using Facebook, to be honest, because I mean, the way I feel about it, I just I don't know. I don't even really wanna use it as a promotion tool. So, that's just how I feel about social media. I hate that I feel that way because if we're gonna do a podcast, I'm gonna have to get in tune with something. So, I'm
yeah.
trying to get in tune with Instagram and TikTok and just kinda keep those. That's my top 2.
Mhm.
For my Facebook people, happy birthday, happy anniversary, and congratulations. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go on and on and on about something you got going on. I'm not trying to pick at you about anything.
Yeah.
Um, I'm happy for you if you got something good going on. I'm not a jealous person anyway. I
Mhm.
cheer for people, but you know, I would rather see you if I can, give you a big hug and say, I'm so proud of you. But I mean, if I don't, then social media is a good way to be
Right.
to give
A
that high
virtual
five.
high five.
Yeah, social media is a good way to do that. But I like to see people win. And I think I've said this before on this podcast. And I don't even care if they don't want to see me win. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and my sisters, I shout out to my sisters because I think they have inspired me to be like that. They live really full lives. They have a lot of good things going on, and you guys would never know it. And I think I'm moving more into that era because
Right.
I think I like the privacy and just having fun and being in the moment and not having to share it with the world. So
Well, I'm trying to get paid, so that's why I'm using it. I actually really don't care if people, you know, care, to be honest. I just want 2 people to care so I can get paid. Like, if you don't really care to the point where you wanna see me doing good, if you screenshot my stuff laughing at it, I don't care. But I am trying to get this social media queen, like, that's nice. So, to the people who do wanna see it, and, you know, wanna help your girl out. Please help your girl out. A like, a share, a repost is all we really need. I don't need you to tip me. I'm not trying to be a Twitch streamer where they ask for money. I just need you to like, share, comment.
And I might not be the best co-host, but
Yeah.
I have tried to be really loosened up and,
Yeah.
have good
Yeah.
conversation to help Brandon with this
Right.
because this is so opposite
Right.
of my personality. And so when we were talking about season 2, I was kind of getting a little bit excited. I was like, well, I've gotten a little bit better at this. And so
Yeah, you're
I,
doing good.
I'm
I think you're doing good.
kind of ready for season 2, but
Mhm.
the way I feel about social media makes it kind of like an oxymoron
Right.
for me to be on a podcast like
I
this.
think people think I care more than I do, like, about social media. That's what I think. Like, I really when I post something, I'm just going in, like, it's what I like, and I hope people that do like it, check it out. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's not the end of the world, but, one day we can get it popping, and that's all I'm thinking. If it never pops off, I still enjoy the content. I should
Yeah.
go back and watch my videos and like, oh, this was nice. I need to do this again. Like I had a good time that day because I never post when I don't have a good time. Like that's why you'll never get a video about the Bahamas because that was the worst trip I ever had. You might never know I went to the Bahamas because I haven't posted about it, but that's just the reality. I only really post when I do enjoy it and I actually like it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it's time to talk about what we're listening to.
Yeah. So
And we might be judging today. I did get a question.
another thing about listening to is, another thing about social media is I'm in the Housewives lore. I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta and I watch Real Housewives of Potomac. And I feel like social media has really brought down those shows. So my listening to is Real Housewives of Potomac. I watched the full season. I am waiting for the reunion to come up. Free Dr. Wendy, free Eddie Osefo. That's all I gotta say. So that's what I've been watching.
Okay.
Oh, and Married to Medicine. Shout out to the girls. Hmm.
Well, my listening to finally back on Netflix, The Lincoln Lawyer.
Okay.
My husband and I are into that show as well, and we're into the second episode. I think we're on the third. We're getting ready to be on the third episode. We were so tired the other night, but we watched 2 in a row anyway.
Mhm.
It's like it's back, and we got to pace ourselves because that's one of those shows where it releases all of it at
One
one
time.
time, and you have to just kind of pace yourself. We were on our season break, but I watched His and Hers.
Okay.
That was very good. If you have not watched that on Netflix, check out His and Hers. The plot twist, I did not figure it out. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't. Brandy said she did, but I missed it. Like,
Did I?
you didn't tell me you got the plot twist on His and Hers?
I don't think it was His and Hers. I think it was another show because I was at one of my friends' house and we were watching it, but then we ended up going upstairs and watching basketball and football. So I don't think I actually even I have to go back and watch that one. It was something else though I got the plot
Okay, I
twist.
thought you said
Yeah.
you had figured it out.
But no, not that.
I watched so many things. And then Paradise is coming back at the end
Yeah.
of February. So we're waiting on Paradise to come back. And Alex Cross is coming back this month. I think if you hadn't watched, have you watched Alex Cross?
That would tell.
Very good. Tyler Perry made a movie, but then there's a series.
Oh, okay.
And the series is really good. We watched it on Prime last year. And so it is coming back, I think at the end of this month, if I'm not mistaken. So some of our favorites are about to roll back in. I'm really excited about Paradise. It is week to week. You have to wait your turn, wait your time, whatever. But
Alright.
Lincoln Lawyer is out, and you can binge watch it if you want to. We watch it after work, so there will be no binging. We can do about 2 episodes before we just kind of like tired, even though we want to see what's happening next.
Yeah.
So that's what I am listening to. Still bumping T.I. on repeat. It's so nostalgic. Let him know. Pharrell did his thing with the producer. So,
Mhm.
um, I think that's it for my listening to this week.
Yeah, the other thing I really been listening to, like I don't listen to Wu-Tang because I actually watched I rewatched the documentary series that they had. So I've been playing like some of the albums like Liquid Swords and Enter the 36 Chambers. I did not get to Wu-Tang Forever, but I really like the song with Old Dirty Bastard and Method Man called Dirty Dancing. So I've been listening to that too.
There's a movie out with Kelly Rowland and Method Man that I wanna see,
A Relationship Goals.
Relationship
Yeah.
Goals. Yeah, I hadn't seen that yet, but I need to check that out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about it?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it because they feel
Really?
like it's Christianity propaganda, but I'm gonna watch it for myself
What do
and
you
then
mean?
assess. I don't know what it means. I guess because Devon Franklin is the creator of it or producer, and they think it's like just propaganda to be in a Christian relationship. I don't know. I gotta watch for myself. That's what the people saying. I don't
And
know
they
if I
have a
believe
problem
the
with that?
people. Well, everybody's not into Christianity, so.
Okay.
Mhm. So yeah, but you say you have a judging you?
I do.
Okay.
Okay. So I had a question about dealing with a friend who is also a coworker,
Mhm.
and how do you go about helping them without making them, because what you need to tell them may make them upset.
Right.
All right, so here's my advice on that. When you have, if that person truly is your friend,
Mhm.
and I think I said this on our love episode too,
Mhm.
you need to tell the truth. And if it's unsolicited advice that they did not ask you for, then just proceed with caution.
Right.
Because sometimes when you're giving out unsolicited advice, it could make a person angry.
Mhm.
But if it's something that is absolutely for their best interest when it comes to their health or their career or something, just real important in their life, not just giving out advice on, superficial things or,
Right.
but if it's something that's like real crucial or critical to their everyday life and their well-being, then the best thing to do is to be really honest with them. And then not only offer advice, but how can you help them with the solution, with what you're offering. So don't just point out things, but come up with ways that you can actually help um fix the situation or bring some value to them so that they can solve whatever the problem is. So my advice would be in that situation, because she did explain to me what the issue was. I feel like you should sit down with your friend and let her know how much you love and care about her. And the only reason why you're coming to her is because you want to see her prosper and do well and not have any roadblocks. And then talk about some solutions that you found that you can help her with that particular situation. So that's my advice.
That is, I think, is really good advice, and hopefully, she takes her friends' intuition and her feeling the need to talk to her about this as respect and love. But I would say one thing I would give advice to people about friendships and work is to limit the amount of people you befriend at work. And that is my advice on the situation.
My nose is about to run away. Oh,
Ugh.
my goodness. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's all I had on the judging you portion. I just had that one question. Did you have any questions?
No,
Okay.
nobody's
Well,
been
one is
asking me
better than none.
anything I can actually share.
Well, one is better than zero.
Yeah,
We'll take it.
yeah, so that's just that. I mean, it is what it is. We would like to hear from you guys, but y'all ain't wanting to be heard from, so
It's all right. Well, we thank you
as
for
long as you
tuning
tune in,
in. Yeah,
yeah.
thank you for tuning in. And we're so glad to be back in season 2.
Yeah.
And join us on our next episode.
Yes, because we're talking about Black History Month.
Yay. Join us on our next episode of We Listen and We Judge.
We say it loud. We Black and we proud.
Have a good day.